Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel if you've been here before. My name is Abeni, also known as the Crafty Chicky, and as you know because you clicked on the video, this is part 2, the reveal of my wedding dress. So if you didn't know, you can sort of see it behind me here. I sort of had the idea, whether it be stupid or crazy, to crochet my own wedding dress. I had this idea. I got engaged back in December 2020, such a long time ago, and then obviously because of COVID and things, the wedding got a little bit postponed, and we didn't get married until end of May this year. But yes, we are married, and I decided I'm gonna crochet my own wedding dress. The idea was to try. That was the starting idea. I'm gonna try, and I kept telling people I'm gonna try and crochet my own wedding dress. Anyway, I did it. This is the reveal. So I'm gonna take you off. I'm gonna show you her. But yeah, she's done. She was used. She was worn. She was not danced in. I changed into a different dress because I didn't want to damage her. But I'm gonna take you off and you can see her. Okay, before I turn you around, please excuse the mess. We are in mid-August, and yes, as I said, the wedding was the end of May. There's still stuff everywhere. I had to use my craft room as like a bit of a dumping ground because we had the wedding at our house, and I'm still tidying up the mess. Don't judge me. I also have a craft fair in next week. That's a 2-day show. Normally I only do 1-day markets a week because I still work. So I'm a little bit freaking out about doing that because I've got some new products coming out. So the room's a mess. I did tidy a tiny bit, but it's a mess. So please don't look at the stuff, just look at the dress. Okay, I'm gonna turn you around. Okay, here she is. In all her beauty. So I love the fact, let me just move her forward. I love the fact that I did end up making her go all the way to the floor. So I did have a tiny bit of a train. Again, I didn't want it too long of a train. This was long enough. I kept stepping on this as it is. When we were taking photos and things like that, other people kept stepping on things on me as well. So I'm sort of glad it wasn't a massively long train. Plus I've been to other weddings where the bride has had a long train and it gets very, very dirty. And I also didn't want floor length at the front because I was wearing boots and I really wanted my boots to be seen. Yeah, again, I didn't want the dress to get dirty, so that's what it is. So from the front, I did do a bit of a bikini top. I obviously added in this lace, just stitched it on. There are cups in as well because I just hand sewn in some cups just because it was winter. Yeah, and a little bit of, extra support. Moving down, I wanted to add lace here, like this same lace along here, but as you can see, that is where your hips go, and the lace was not stretchy lace, so I did add it, and then when I put it on to try on the dress, it just wasn't working, so I had to take that off. Yeah, and then this is the pattern up close. So I didn't actually use a pattern for this dress. It's sort of a Frankenstein dress, if you want to call it that. I'll show you the corset at the back. So basically, when I was looking at doing my wedding dress, I did do a lot of research. I was looking at, what patterns I should use, if there wasn't just a simple, like a pattern, not a simple pattern, but a single dress pattern that I liked. And there was a few, but they were all paid for, and it's not that I didn't want to pay for the patterns, it's that I didn't know if I was 100% in love with the dress that they had designed, and I sort of wanted to design something myself. So basically what I did was I looked for mixed match of patterns. I started with like top patterns or skirt patterns, dress patterns, or even things that if I looked at and I sort of knew how to make that anyway, just inspiration basically. So the only two parts I had patterns for was this bit here. Let me just tilt you, hang on. Was this part here. And again, that was actually supposed to be like a full in the round sort of thing. I just stopped it where I needed to. And then the skirt. However, this pattern was again for the full in the round. So let me just turn her. She's getting caught on things. So this back little train piece, which I will show you. Sorry about all the movement, guys. I designed myself. It was not hard to design. I knew I wanted something that was going to flare out so that it would make like a train. So basically I just didn't join where the pattern should have gone around, and instead I just changed what I was doing. And I had done this sort of pattern before on a few other things I've made, so I knew that it would look pretty good for a train sort of thing and flare out. So it did do what I wanted it to, which I was very happy with. I'm gonna put some pictures in of what I look like on the day. Obviously with my hair, makeup. My mum was talented, extremely talented, and did my bouquet, as well as our table settings. They were all succulent based and they looked amazing. So she did my two maid of honors, my maid of honor and my bridesmaid, my two bridesmaids bouquet, and then my bouquet as well. Yeah, and I was really happy with the dress. I also had a change of dress, as I mentioned. $30 white dress to the rescue. That was just a backup, just in case I didn't get this one done. I'll answer a few questions that were the main questions I had when people found out that I was making my own dress. Main one was, when's it going to be done, or when did you finish it? Which there's a bit of a joke to that one. I actually finished it the night before. I'm joking, completely joking. It was finished. It was 100% finished, but because I wanted to just stir the pot a little bit and, you know, say to anyone who asked, so I finished it the night before the wedding. I actually, while my maid of honor and I were staying at our Airbnb the night before the wedding, I got my dress out and I literally just added another row just to the back, just to the train, the bottom, just so I could say that I finished it the night before. My maid of honor did not like that. She was freaking out when I bought the dress out and it's like, oh, I'm just gonna crochet for it. She's like, I thought you said it was done. What the heck? So she wasn't too happy that I was just finishing it for the sake of finishing it. But it was actually finished the weekend before the wedding. Again, still very close. I know I'm the queen of procrastination, but yeah, I was actually in a bit of a breakdown before the wedding. I was trying to put it all together and it wasn't looking right and I was freaking out a bit, but that was because I don't have a full-length mirror in my house. We have like a bathroom vanity mirror which like only shows down to my waist, maybe my belly button. So I'm trying to stand back in our bathroom far back as I can, trying to like stand on my tippy toe like this, basically. Like I'm cutting my head off the mirror and I'm like trying to see myself in a mirror, and like, yeah, most people be like, why don't you just take a photo? I was home by myself. I was like just stressing. I wasn't thinking straight. I was just trying to get this done. But yeah, it all worked out. When I went over to my mum's house with my maid of honor, I had the dress sewn together. I put it on and I had the boots on, and Mum has a full-length mirror. So I tried it on and it looked great. I was really happy with it. Yeah, and I was really proud of myself. Not to toot my own horn, but I was proud of myself. I, you know, created this beautiful piece of art and got to wear it on my special day with my now husband, and yeah, it was beautiful. So that's my main question I get. The other question I get, what was the other one? I just had it in my mind. How long did it take you? So That's a bit of a hard question. If I had to like think about it, it probably would have taken me a month, maybe. But because I didn't want it to be like a project or like an assignment where I really had to get it, you know, I know I had to get it done, but I didn't want it to be a negative task. I wanted it to be a positive experience. So I did start making it in January or February of 2021, so a couple of months after I got engaged. And then I had a break because obviously I had market stock to make, and you know, things, life got in the way, you know, holidays, things like that. So I will admit I got probably about here done, and it was in pieces, by the way. So it was like this piece, maybe a strap, but the strap wasn't long enough. I actually have, this is my first strap that I did that I thought was going to be long enough. New. And then so I had this piece done as well, and then probably had about, or maybe a little bit longer, like there. So like just off camera was done, and they were in pieces. They weren't together, sewn together or anything. So I had that done, and I put that down, and I didn't pick it up again until the start of this year. Yeah. Not good, not good. I honestly wasn't too stressed about it. I think I handled myself pretty well. Everyone else was more stressed than what I was, I think. Because my husband, well, when he was my fiance, he would come home and be like, oh, you know, blah, 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 asked how's the dress coming? I'm like, yeah, it's getting there. And, you know, my boss or people, friends and stuff would be like, oh, how's the dress going? I'm like, yeah, it's getting there, it's coming along. Oh, you know, it'll get done. It'll get done. Like, those were my excuses. That's all I said. But yeah, it's done, and I've done the video for you. I'm so sorry it took so long. As I said, I'm still working and doing markets and craft shows and things like that. I want to get this business up off the ground, and I want this to be my full-time job, doing YouTube videos for you, tutorials, craft fairs and vlogs. I want to also be way more prominent on my social medias. I'm going to try and get into a routine, but obviously sometimes life does get in the way, so please forgive me. I'm not going to have a regular schedule. I am planning on taking you guys, or my next video will be in regards to the craft fair that I'm going to. So it's the Quota Craft Fair in Austinville, which this video will not be out in time by the time that comes around. As I said, it's next week, and I have to set up on Friday. Today is Friday, the 18th. Today is Friday. Next Friday I have to set up at the showgrounds, and then, and then I've got the markets for the next 2 days, like the craft fair for the next 2 days. So I want to make sure I have plenty of stock. I'm bringing out new products. I'm trying to get those new products made and have enough of them. So a little bit freaked out. I was planning on having new scrunchies too for that fair, but that's not happening. I've already called quits on that. So the new scrunchies at this stage will probably be next year, because after this craft fair, I'm going to be working on Christmas stock. And you might be like, it's August, don't start working on Christmas stock. But no, I'm late actually. Christmas stock should have started being made in July, but I'm behind once again. So no, Christmas stock has to be getting started to make now, because I will have to bring it out in late September for me to get sales, because you don't want to bring out your Christmas stock in November when it can't get posted. So it's all these things you're gonna have to think. I am reworking the website as well. There's so much happening in my brain. I'm reworking the website, so the website will get shut down when I get close to needing to move everything around. For now, I'm taking new photos, creating new listings behind the scenes, and everything like that. So I'm working really, really hard to get a new look, make it easier as well, especially for things like my sunflower hats, and my custom crochet items. I'm gonna have a little bit of change to do with that. So yeah, I'm gonna go because I have a lot to do. Yeah, lot to do. And I'm so glad that I got this video out for you. If you are one of those people who are watching this and I met you at a market and I promised you more tutorial videos, I'm sorry, they're coming. As I said, I'm very busy. I will try and get one out, one at least by the end of the year, but as I said, I work 4 days a week. I'm lucky enough to have Fridays off for me to get market prep and craft fair prep done on a Friday and a Saturday, and then obviously Sunday is my market day. So I'm just trying to get myself organized, and it is coming along slowly, but I'm doing the best I can. If you want to see those tutorials, make sure you're subscribed and you have the notification bell on, because I do not have a regular posting schedule. It just is not happening right now. If this YouTube video, if this YouTube channel takes off and I start getting more sales on my website, then I might be able to quit my job and be able to do this full time, and you would get more videos. So maybe think about subscribing. It is free. Anyway, yes, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed my dress. If you have any questions, if you want to know other things, definitely drop a comment down below, and I'll either, if there's heaps of comments and heaps of questions, I'll make another video. If not, I'll just reply to them because I can. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.